Okay, so this video is going to be a fast one because I just recorded it, and when the recording came out, it came out blank. So I'm going to start this again from the start and removing all the waffling. So I'm going to take a sip of my Blue Lotus tea from Egypt. Very nice tea. Can be used ceremonially as well. So this is really just about the thing called the waves. And we all logically know about this, but when the wave hits us, we think it's just like the constant downward spiral. So as I've been sharing this week is that I've been experiencing some of the waves in business, and then it affects me personally and emotionally. And we're all human. I've seen it with so many friends. And when I observe it in them, I'm like, mate, you're going to be fine. It'll pass. Like, this will happen. But then when it's you forget it. So this is a reminder. So when it is you, or if it's you now, this is the simple, practical approach to do. Like, get by it. Number one is this. Things come in waves. Usually you're on the upward spiral, especially as a higher achiever. You always feel like you're in control and you can do something. But sometimes things happen outside of your control. The economy shifts. Things happen. Things happen to your health. And you just forget that when you're so used to being a high achiever, being able to do things, being practical, pushing yourself, and overcoming things, when you do get a setback that's outside of your control, it really does frustrate you a lot. And it starts to affect your self-identity. You take it personally. And over the last few days, I've really just seen myself go through different emotional waves with this. And what I've enjoyed is most likely, the thing I've enjoyed the most is the actual deep connection I've had with people. What's happened recently, I've been able to just reach out to people who are my friends, not to dump on them, but just to touch base with them, share what's going on and just connect. And it's been so wonderful, the opportunities that have come up. So, these moments that we feel like we're so alone are actually opportunities for us to connect deeper with people, be vulnerable, be real. One thing that happens when you go through emotional states or the waves is something happens, and then a few days later you find why was I even so emotional about it? Then there can be, in the past I used to do this, I'm not doing it even now, is there can be a bit of self-judgment, shame, just worry that I'm why did I care so much? But the things you did. The reason why you can actually pass through it or pass through it faster is when you actually just let it happen, you let it be, and you just don't gaslight yourself about your feelings. I know this is an old thing about just feel your feelings, feeling is healing or healing is feeling. But the reality is this, if you do have people in your life you trust, tell them how you're feeling. It's simple as that. A lot of the pent up emotions or the pressure of it is like the pressure of a kettle when it's starting to boil too much and the steam needs to come out. Once you express to someone how you feel, you don't need to dump on them. Just be like, I'm feeling tired and anxious and worried and overwhelmed. That can actually take a lot of the feeling off you. So in terms of the practicality of this video is this. When you're going through the wave, just recognize that it is a wave, not a downward spiral. But just make sure it doesn't turn into a downward spiral as well, because downward spirals always start somewhere. You've got to make sure that you're being proactive and doing things like exercise, meditation, talking to people, getting outside, just so that wave doesn't start to turn into a spiral. So very important. Number two is recognize the lessons that come from it. There are very clear lessons I'm learning from this. It's just like when people get sick, or I've been sick in the past, long time ago, is that you just remember when you're sick, you're like, I just want to eat healthy and exercise and just get outside more. The simple practical things you need to do when you're in a lower state. Like me at the moment, I know what specifically I need to do. But when you're in a going well or you're flying high, you can get complacent from doing those simple things, or you start to just do novel things that are kind of rubbish. So with this, and for you, come back to the simplicity. Whatever you're going through, come back to the simplicity. If you're going through a downward spiral, not downward spiral, cancel that. If you're going through a wave at the moment, just recognize that it is a wave. It's going to pass. It might take only a few days. Sometimes you have mini waves throughout the day and then just realize maybe in an hour or half an hour I'll be fine. Sometimes it takes days, sometimes it's weeks, but the wave does end. But when you're in it, it sucks. So, and I'm still going through a wave right now. I'm self-reflecting on this as I'm going, but today I've just felt outstanding. I've been doing a few different things that are making me feel really good, and real conversations and opportunities have been coming my way as well, because the wave doesn't go that way forever. So I'm going to leave it there. The goal of the channel is to get to 1 million subscribers by sharing these simple, practical frameworks for high achievers for well-being, because as you're a high achiever, things are hard, things happen. So using these practical techniques to not allow these things to affect your self-identity, affect your self-worth, and just to enjoy your life. So remember, like, comment, share, subscribe, but most importantly, enjoy.